Hey YouTube, Merry Christmas. There it is, day after Christmas, and here we are back at the Heritage Rail Trail, the lost footage. Um, yeah, it's good for a ride. It's only about 46 degrees, and I'll be warm because I got on my Bumble Christmas sweater. Merry Christmas. This is the rail trail. Basically connects central Pennsylvania with Parkton, Maryland. It's a 46-mile trail, 25 miles of it being in Pennsylvania. Yeah, so this is pretty much what it is. It's macadam mixed with some gravel. I've yet to see too many dirt trails on it. But used by joggers, hikers, walkers, people with dogs, bikers. It runs along a creek for most part of it, at least the parts up here in PA. It splits off, goes by some historic sites, railroad sites, that is. I guess that's why they call it the rail trail. So I know some of us have, we go do some of the toughest trails out there, but I had one of my worst crashes right here on this part of the trail this summer. I was coming up the hill and went to start the pedal to go up, and my chain jumped, threw me over the bars, and yeah, busted my knee up pretty good. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
All right. It took me out of the game for a little while. I was off, couldn't ride for about 6 weeks. With the summer we had with all the rain, it really wasn't missing much. And a little downhill section right there. Some more to the creek. Hope you all had a great Christmas. Santa brought you everything you were looking for. All the water, all the rain we've had. This place gets flooded out quite frequently. You can see how high the creek is right now. We just had 3 days of rain. So this trail gets overrun sometimes. Be coming up on some kind of auction yard up here. You see some old time cabooses. They have little spots like this along the way as well for nature watching and stuff like that. I know we do have bald eagles flying around here. And they just put an addition, a connector from the Northern Rail Trail to the Central Rail Trail. So it added about 5 miles into it. This is the part I was telling you about with the auction yard in the caboose. Softball fields out here. Girls softball is big in the spring and summer into the fall. Looks like this place was flooded not that long ago. But it's a one-way down, one-way back. I remember when I first started, my goal was to do the whole thing from York City, because they didn't have this part then, from York City all the way into Parkton, Maryland, which is a good 35 miles, something like that, one way. I actually did do it by the end of that summer. I was spent now. That was my first summer on the bike. This is our high school. You can see through the woods there. Rather busy 2-lane street, but we're going underneath of that, so yeah, this was all underwater not that long ago. I usually bring my little girl down here. She rides her bike with me down along here. We get in about, I think it's about 8-9 miles down to the end of this, where it joins up with the new section, and back it's probably about 8.5-9 miles. I've seen tons of wildlife along here, besides birds, turkeys, snakes, deer, turtles, you name it. There's a little cutoff here, maintenance road. It gets pretty cool. There's a trail that leads up to the side of this hill. One of these days I'm going to climb it and ride down it. Just have to see if I can see it on the way back. And a little gravel section. Yeah, this is a pretty steep hill coming right here. Gradual but steep. Yeah, it's a nice little nature trail. Nice little kayaking creek too. Looks like they replaced part of the fencing. Summertime, springtime, you see a lot of people fishing down along here too. This is the trail. I'm gonna hike up there. This is it. It looks gnarly. Total rocked out. But man, that looks like a hell of a bomb down that thing. I definitely want to wait till spring maybe. Get some of these leaves out of there.
Hey, get a little taste of downhill right here when it comes back to the macadam. This railroad is still working too. Right now, you come across, there'll be a huge train on there. So, yeah, you guys can tell me how the new camera's working. This is the first I've used it to film with. And if you look straight ahead, there's a deer on the bank at a creek. Looking over at me. I said there's somebody on the other side. Looks like he may be fishing. Using my hand up winter gloves. Gotta say, my hands are nowhere near cold. And I also have on the neck gaiter with the hoodie. Actually keeping my head very warm. So, as we would have seen from the last video, they've got the part down here to connect closed off. They're not quite finished building it yet, from what I can gather. But so I'm going to turn around right here at this visitor thing. We can see bald eagles are around, and we're going to turn around. The turnabout's only about 100 yards down that way anyway, and I'll head back. So yes, this is one of the many parkways, greenways that we have here. This is the longest that I know of by far. If you know of any farther or longer than, I think it's 46 miles, 47 miles, leave a comment below. Let me know. Your state might have one longer than this. As I have gotten back out and did my part by working on some of the local trails around me. Man, that's hard work. Fix the trails, fix the ruts, do drainage. Let me know. It's just nice sometimes just to get out, especially after all the Christmas goodies. Tell you, I ate enough snickerdoodles yesterday to last me for the rest of the year. Ha 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 ha. I have ridden that maintenance road that goes down there. It's pretty good when it's nice and dry. Let's put it that way. If it's not dry, or if we've had a couple days of rain where that water might have seeped up a little bit, man, hang it up, because it's nothing but mush. And we're back to the ball fields. So there we are, back at the beginning. Do me a favor, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you have any answers to the questions, please leave a comment down below. If you like my Bumble shirt, give me a thumbs up. If it only takes a second to hit that subscribe button, it means a lot to me. And until next time, keep the rubber in the dirt and your eyes on the trail.